the only boys rewatch podcast that kind of wishes the last episode was never uploaded instead of just being late. I'm one of your hosts, a blubbering mess and jack of all trades mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
I don't care. I got Jamie.
Yeah, I was pretty upset.
You were really upset. I was elated that the fact that Jamie, I got fan service.
But yeah, everything leading up to this, the giant on-screen penises, the Nazi baked potato handjobs, the live octopus dinners, they all don't matter for shit because they fucking killed Supersonic.
Yeah, you can bastards. You gotta build a shrine to him now in our closet.
I can't handle it. I'm not having it. It's just, no, Supersonic.
I'm actually gonna see if I can get you one of those prayer candles on Etsy. You can get custom ones. I'll get you a Supersonic one.
Yes, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. Yeah, you were upset too, but I
was upset. I wasn't as upset as you, but you were devastated.
I was devastated. Bastards.
In fairness, I think
I
was all gasped out by that point of the episode.
There was a lot of gasping.
There was so much gasping.
And I think we'll probably talk about it a couple of times throughout the episode, but had the trailer not given away as much as it had, I would have probably been gasped out over what happened to Kimiko. Yeah. But I kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah, we were waiting on that, so that was like, oh, okay, but it's Kimiko, she's got to survive.
Oh yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to kill her off. But something.
Other revelations in this episode. At one point, I think I forgot to actually exhale. It was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was just getting redder and redder.
Oh yeah, no, it was a fucking excellent episode. Yes. It really was.
Written by?
Oh, this one was written by Meredith Glynn, who was a producer and writer on Supernatural and the Scream TV series. Is that what I said?
Yes. I actually watched the first season of that, so if she was on that, I really, really enjoyed it. Well worth a watch if you're looking for like just a standalone or something.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Well, this was a phenomenal episode, so well done to Meredith Glynn. And the director was the same director as last episode, Julian Holmes.
Yes.
Oh, another little bit of housekeeping. We got a nice little announcement yesterday as well.
Season 4!
Yeah, in that pretty much inevitable, but still nice to see. We are definitely getting season 4 of The Boys.
Yeah, so now we get to wait for another 2 years.
Hopefully it won't be as long. And they're talking
Probably going to be, just in terms of VFX effects, like we've seen the care and detail that they put into their shot work, termite exploding that poor guy.
Yeah.
Is a mix of brilliant prosthetic work.
On set, because they built a giant penis head.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that at all.
But, well, I mean, if you think about the turnaround between season 1 was July 2019 and season 2 aired September 2020. And there were probably some COVID delays in wrapping up.
Yeah.
Just getting the last bit of it done in 2020. So, I mean, hopefully we won't be looking much later than end of 2023 for season 4.
This whole season was basically edited in basements. Like, they kind of admitted that themselves. That it was just like people in their houses working away.
You wouldn't know. You
wouldn't know at all. Thankfully, we have the infrastructure around that we do.
Yeah, no, because you wouldn't know that it's no different from the other 2 seasons in terms of like standards, VFX, acting, anything, any of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's better if anything.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is there were plenty of Easter eggs and there's some great fan service in this episode.
Yes,
so we will definitely be talking comics. So spoilers ahead for
Lots of spoilers for the comics.
Yeah,
because they got in like, okay, little Nina herself doesn't have the penchant for the large
dildos.
Yeah.
No, but we do get plenty of dildos in this episode, and little Nina does seem to be at least somewhat of a
pervert.
Yeah, a bit of a pervert.
You know, you didn't get that from the latex skirt in the previous episode?
Oh, well, the fact that she used the strap on Frenchie.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Was in the previous episode.
But, he's French. So.
Yeah. And his cooking is so good it made her come.
Yeah. But again, he's French.
But yeah, no, they're definitely going to be comic spoilers in this episode.
Yeah.
And before we get too far, will we go for the traditional summary?
As is tradition.
The boys head to Russia on the trail of Soldier Boy and the Supe killing weapon. On the way, they each must reckon with themselves and their place in the squad. Homelander tightens his grip on the Seven as A-Train and the Deep start to clash. Annie looks to Maeve for support, and things start to come apart for Stan when he pushes Victoria too far. And then they kill Supersonic. The fuckers. The fuckers. I've said I'm gonna be ranting about this for the whole fucking season.
Yeah, this made you like angrier.
This is worse than Raynor.
Yeah.
This is worse than Raynor.
Yeah, in fact I think that's pretty much the first thing you said as you walked off into the kitchen and I just heard a little voice go, "This is worse than Raynor."
I sat fucking slack-jawed staring at the screen for about 10 or 15 seconds. No, probably longer than that actually. And was just like, No.
I'm amazed you
No.
can move at all, because I slapped the shit out of you during parts of this. Like when they walk into the compound and there's the little hamster.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like
We'll
beating you.
We'll get to Jamie, because we talked about Jamie in like I think the first or second episode of
I've
the
completely
reports.
forgotten about Jamie. I'm delighted.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
also delighted that he wasn't retrieved from the leathers of a deceased superhero.
A deceased Irish superhero.
Yeah. Called Blarney Cock.
But yeah, no, that's how you do fan service.
Yeah.
That is how you do fan service.
And I used to have a little hamster that looked like that, so that made me really happy too.
But the episode starts off with some solid gold.
Yes.
In both senses.
That is,
It is called solid gold, and it is solid gold. It's fucking hilarious.
I am pretty sure that is Jack Quaid, because I am
one of the dancers.
positive.
I wouldn't be
If it
surprised
is,
if
I'm
it was him.
delighted.
I would
That's
not
hilarious.
be surprised if it was him, yeah, because that solid gold bit's fucking hilarious. The
I
whole thing.
really think Kripke did that on purpose, because Jensen's known for like breaking into song on soundtrack
On set, yeah, yeah.
So
No.
making him do Blondie as well in a really William Shatner-esque spoken word.
Well, that was I was on the Twitter feed asking when we were going to get the William Shatner Soldier Boy double album that we all need.
Oh,
And
I
apparently,
want to hear them do Rocket Man together.
apparently Debbie Harry loved it. I also saw it on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
It is. It's hilarious. And then we cut to a less hilarious bit of poor old MM watching it.
Yeah.
Popping pills and squeezing the life out of that chair.
Yeah.
As he kind of flashes back to,
Yeah,
I'm
you get to
guessing,
see
watching it
his
live with his
dad
family.
and his brother,
Yeah.
at least, and you kind of hear the car crash, because we know something happened to him. There was a car crash or something.
Yeah, and we see...
That's how much has been alluded to in the newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
What role Homelander
Soldier Boy.
has to play in that.
My guess is they were collateral damage.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole bunch of clippings that seem to be like Soldier Boy did this while stopping this thing.
Yeah.
That are all based around like collateral damage and stuff. So
Well, we've already seen in Mallory's backstory, he's not exactly...
he's not subtle anyway.
Yeah, back to the face is more subtle. Negligent? Willfully negligent?
That's probably it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Willful negligence is probably
Yeah.
as close as we're going to come at this point anyway.
To what he just doesn't give a shit.
But from the verbal vomit that we've just had to Butcher cleaning up vomit on the floor of the office.
The green slime.
Yeah.
It looked like flubber.
Yeah, and
That was hilarious. I'm sorry, but anybody getting projectile vomited in the face unexpectedly is always funny.
Oh, and it was going to be Hughie. It was always going to be Hughie.
But it was green slime puke as well,
Yeah.
so it was particularly nasty because it looked like it was sticky.
But Hughie has cleaned himself up. And
How does he know immediately that he's on V?
does he maybe know, because he's working for the FBSA, does he know then through Vic that Stan was trying to sell Dakota Bob the V24 maybe?
Oh.
You know,
It just struck me as weird because his immediate reaction is "You're on V."
yeah, it does seem like
And
there
it's
could
like,
have been
but
a
it's
little bit
green.
more explanation on how Hughie knew.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to go with...
because of his later reaction of "shit, you already took it."
Yeah, and then as well when he says, you know, it's only temporary and they've established he's on V, and Butcher says he killed Gunpowder. And he was like, with powers? He said, well, what the fuck else? Yes, of course, he didn't take the V and then shoot him with a gun.
Yeah.
He killed him with the powers that he just got.
Yes.
But yeah, no, how Hughie knows, I'm
There's
not
something really
clear
weird there. The way it's just so quick.
it's not clear how he knows, but I'll let it slide for the minute.
I don't know. Maybe it's just green vomit.
Well,
Yeah, this is not a natural colour to be expelled from your body.
well, yeah, that's probably part of it, all right.
That can only mean you're on V.
But yeah, to jump straight to V just off the vomit is a bit of a leap. I'll let it slide for the minute.
But the little when he goes, you killed him with powers.
With powers,
and you
there
can
is
see
a bit
him
of
getting a little like, come to the dark side.
Yeah.
We got cookies.
He's a little tempted there, all right.
Yeah, he's already had a couple of big like blows to his pride at this point, so he's like, ooh.
Yeah, and he gets another one a bit later on
And
as well.
he's already like given into the fact that if he wants to beat them, he's going to have to do things like Butcher's doing it, and Butcher's just taken temporary V.
Yeah, you can see he is a little bit intrigued, but he asks him as well, have they told the others? And he says no, and if you tell
$24
them...
million question.
He says, if you tell them, I'll put you in a coma.
And he doesn't even try and be menacing about it, which means it's a real threat.
Yeah, he will do that.
Yeah.
And after that, it's off to the meeting between Frenchie's two masters.
Why did he bring... I was kind of questioning why he would bring Frenchie, but at the same time...
He's never met...
Frenchie's the one organising the meet as well, so... Because I was like, it's kind of mean.
It is kind of mean.
But I think he's also realising as well that if he wants them on board, he's got to be a bit more transparent.
Maybe partly that. I think it's also perhaps a little bit of just a power move on Butcher's part of being like, no, he's my boy now, and he does what I say now. Like the line he has about, oh, we gave him a better home.
And like rubs him on the head.
And you can see all Frenchie is thinking of is what Nina had said to him in the meeting.
Just on a leash.
That he's on a leash and he heals to whoever his master is. Yeah. And he's not happy about that at all.
How sad are you that he's not wearing his clown pants?
Those clown pants were ridiculous, to be honest with you. They were ridiculous. But yeah, Billy and Nina have a bit of a chat. I
was expecting that chat to be resolved with some hate fucking in an office somewhere. It was going that way.
Well, when she's talking about her, the money's fine, but what about her stress and her sleepless nights?
Yeah, and what can he do to...
Yeah, I thought there
was going to be at least some angry sex, and then she was like, but really, I want Sherry.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same thing, to be honest with you.
When he was trying to leave.
But Butcher and Nina come to some arrangement, because the next we see them, they're on a runway about to board a private plane.
Yeah.
Frenchie and Kimiko are discussing whether or not Butcher might have actually offered up Sherry, and of course Butcher hears it straight away and is like, oh come on, I'm not a monster.
Yeah, you are.
Then tells Frenchie to enjoy himself and pretend he's on Entourage.
Yeah.
Which doesn't particularly make Frenchie any happier, does it?
But I like the Hughie's fraught phone call to Vic because he's broken his arm and he fell off his Peloton. That's the story he gave. Mind you,
it's likely. It's believable.
Yeah, you fall off the Peloton, split yourself.
Yeah. No, I think that's just to let us know. Oh yeah, he's still that excuse is still valid.
Yeah, he's off his face on Vicodin, so yeah, he's no use to anybody. Because
she buys it, and they all get on the plane. And
he's got a freaking proper broken arm, like.
But yeah, no, he's got a broken arm and a broken ego.
He's had his fragile male ego has been a bit bruised.
Yeah, and it's not made any better when they get to Russia and the Russian TV shows are making fun of him too.
They're brilliant.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. Oh, and
they're very similar if you've ever seen the South Asian, like especially the gossip news when they do the little reenactments.
The 3D reenactments and stuff are fucking brilliant.
But if you've never seen them, Google them. They're amazing.
But the Hughie on the Russian news bit fucking cracked me up.
Oh. He's so pissed off looking.
Yeah, he's so fucking annoyed. He really is.
We're like, where? No. I love the graffiti, actually.
Yeah, that graffiti is fucking cool.
The graffiti is beautiful. I love the Goya reference of Saturn eating, or Cronus eating Saturn. But the graffiti's a really nice touch.
No, it is. It's really, really cool. And it's nice to see that it's the first time we've been kind of outside the States apart from like Supe military operations.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see that in Russia Supes also seem to be quite a big deal.
Yeah. They would be, especially like post USSR. Supes would have been everything that the Russians despised, this Western decadence.
Yeah.
Where they have like these heroes that are elevated as opposed to the communist message of everybody is equal, but some are more equal than others.
But we see then later on with the dildos, they're referred to as contraband. So obviously...
They're still at
it. The party line is obviously, no, Supes are bad. We don't like Supes. But as you can see in the graffiti and what they're reporting on in the news, obviously the people are still interested. But we find out then what Butcher did actually have to trade is not Cherie, but Kimiko has to go and do a hit.
Use of Kimiko for one night. One night only.
And
Kimiko, they have a little bit of a face-off where she's like, I'm not your gun. And he's like, yes, the fuck you are.
Yeah, no, he...
Sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. You do what I tell you to.
Yeah, lays down the law with Frenchie and with Kimiko.
Yeah,
and sends them off. Yeah, it's harsh. Yeah. And he sends them off.
Frenchie not going to feel too happy about that, considering her revelation the last episode, which is, I'm only here because you're here.
Yeah.
So he's dragged her into this.
Yeah.
Inadvertently. Well.
Yeah. So it's not going to
even
make him...
more so than she would have been involved by, Butcher being involved.
But yeah, she's there because she's tied to him, and he's there because he's on Butcher's leash.
Yeah. And Cherie's, his loyalty is kind of his biggest downfall, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, he's definitely
He
over
is
loyal, to his own detriment. And then gives him some shit for the way he treats the two guys.
Yeah, and then I kind of wish this conversation had happened maybe 2 years prior, because...
Yeah, you feel like this is a conversation that should have happened.
It's like, dude, if you had told him that this whole revelation that he's there to be the big boss man and be a shit, but is there to look after the boys. And it's like, yeah, was doing that anyway. Yeah. But if he had been more aware of that, he could have probably stepped in other places where he felt it wasn't his place to comment on it.
Yeah, and you would think that it would have come up in and around the time that gave his canary speech.
Yeah.
But I suppose at the same time, it is Butcher.
Yeah, he's grown enough to realise that he needs
Yeah, so that's old Butcher would never have told that at all.
No.
And would have just...
Old Butcher would have put down Hughie just for knowing about the V.
Oh yeah, Old Butcher would have done a whole ton of things differently. And as much as it kind of looked like he was going to go back to Old Butcher when he pushed Ryan away, you can see he still hasn't entirely, because there's a couple of bits during that conversation, particularly towards the end when he's like, oh, I'm not all asshole.
Yeah.
You can see a bit of a look on his face where he's like, I hope I'm not all asshole. I hope I still have that bit left, that bit that was smart enough to pick
Yeah, please see that this is kind of a facade.
Yeah, no, it's is and always has been the heart of the group, and he is.
Yeah, without it all falls apart.
Definitely, and you could see that in the first episode or two with Hughie as boss, and
the two of them are kind of at each other's throat. Not
well, they were. Yeah, they were.
There's some sniping and there's some posturing going on, and there's some begrudging, and there's no camaraderie.
Yeah,
Butcher's on his own. Frenchie and the female are just kind of there.
They're doing the missions.
Because they've nothing else to do. So
yeah, and then as soon as comes back, the banter is there.
Yeah.
Everybody starts to get along that bit more.
Yeah, they become a cohesive unit again, as opposed to just kind of being individuals that happen to share the same interests.
But only for a short while before Butcher starts to chip away at it again.
Yeah, because he can't stand it when everybody's happy. Yeah, but Hughie's alter ego is taken a bit of a punishing.
Yeah, Hughie's ego has definitely taken a couple of knocks.
Yeah, getting to Russia and saying it being mocked like that in Russia, I think is kind of the last straw for him.
Yeah, and it doesn't help. We'll talk about it in a bit, but the conversation and the interaction that he's had with Homelander earlier on in the episode. Where he almost stands up to him.
Yeah, he takes a step towards him and he squares up, and Homelander's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're gonna play. And you gotta admire him from that. And when Annie steps in, you can see him just being like, oh, for fuck's sake, I got it. It's the equivalent of the, squaring up to the bully without your older brother there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, where it's like, I'm fucking Mom, I'm doing
it.
Yeah,
I'm about to stand on my own 2 feet. I don't need you here.
No matter what the outcome is, the point is, I made the stand.
Yeah.
He's already got his broken arm in a death grip.
But, he does he want to get himself killed as well? But
Homelander won't kill him yet.
But I don't think
he needs Starlight on board.
I don't think he knew or cared about that in the moment. I think he just wanted to. He was like, no, I am making a stand because I am tired of being pushed around.
Well, he did say some extremely rude,
obscene
things as well, and he's also there's that kind of gallantry as well that Hughie at the end is a gentleman kind of at heart and he's going to stand up for her. Oh
yeah, that was Hughie's "you go too fast" moment.
Yeah, he's this close to taking off a glove and slapping him with it.
But it's he's right to be upset, but he needs to learn to pick his battles. And that's Hughie's problem this season, is that he's seeing it all just through the lens of this supposed failure of working with Newman through the last year. and I can't do anything right. I've never been able to do anything right, and it's
he's always been bullied, and this is the bully he can't stand up to, and his girlfriend has to come in and save the day.
Yeah, and even in season 1 we saw him saying things like, when they were at the bowling alley, about how that wouldn't bother him and things like that.
Yeah, it's bothering him now.
But he only seems to be interested in power and strength as a way to repair himself. Like, you know what I mean?
He had a taste of it though for that year where he was number 1, and he had not the final say, but could control who was being arrested, who was being investigated. He was doing what he had power.
But
he's now that's all been the rug's been swept out from under him, so he's flailing.
Yeah, he's flailing, and he's trying to regain his self-worth by focusing on strength.
More speed, more power.
But the power that he had before was political power.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to just gain any sort of power, but it seems to be he's focusing purely on things like physical strength and things like that, and standing up to people and shows like that.
Well, they've tried to outthink them. And tried to do it and that hasn't worked because Vaught's always been one step ahead of them. Vaught's multiple steps ahead of them at this point, so he's not going to be able to outthink them. So what's left then is Butcher's way of just sledgehammering through it until it all comes down.
But even Butcher has finesse and has plans. You know what I mean? Butcher just doesn't just rely on his strength.
Oh no, he's doing that whole thing where he's like, we have to do it your way, so I'm going to go in whole hog your way and just be the biggest, toughest, baddest, It's like when you go into prison.
Yeah, but the thing is, Butcher is more than that.
He should have gone crazy. He shouldn't have tried to be the biggest, toughest, maddest bastard in there and just been the craziest one.
Yeah, but he thinks that Butcher's that Butcher's just brute force and nothing else.
Yeah.
But Butcher is more than that.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to kind of
go
for the brute force.
He's just so fixated on the immediate, which is this revelation of V24. He can have powers. He can finally be equal to them. He can stand up to them. Yeah, he's he's only thinking about immediate recouping of what he's lost, and he needs something. He's oh my god, when Futurama did the what if machine and they do the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
And they give Zoidberg a gun because he's a coward.
Yeah, you don't need courage, my cowardly friend. You just need a gun.
It's that. He's looking for his gun.
When he sees Butcher taking the V.
Butcher's got a little look of jonesing.
Butcher was definitely jonesing.
I like
the
fact that it looks like you get the same power again, but because it seems to be like when they inject V into kids, their powers manifest and that's it. They don't change over time. Yeah. So, every time you get a hit, you get this... It's not going to change your cells differently or whatever it works. By the eye flare, and he's expecting it this time.
Yeah, he's better able to... He knows what to expect
because
this time.
He looks so fucking happy when he actually does get to use when he walks out and he's like, yeah, motherfuckers.
He's definitely got the junkie high on it.
He's got such a clue going on.
He's even got his own little fix kit, but at least he's good enough to try and keep Hughie away from it.
Yeah, that it's not power, it's punishment.
Yeah, and he says...
It's an echo of what Edgar had said, that this isn't power.
Yeah, power isn't your superpowers. Power is being able to get people to do what you want them to do.
Yeah, that's why cult leaders are so successful.
Yep, and that's why Stan's been so good at what he does, and that's why Butcher's been so good at what he does, and that's why Hughie's not getting it, is because...
He has no natural persuasion.
No.
Or charm. He just doesn't have that.
No, Hughie can't beat Butcher. Hughie had a purpose in the team, and Hughie's forgotten what that purpose was.
Yeah.
Hughie thinks that, because Butcher is right and they have to do things Butcher's way, that means that he has to become Butcher. I was like, no, he could stay being Hughie and just follow Butcher's lead. We don't need another Butcher.
Yeah, he's gone real fanboy.
But yeah, he didn't see that. Yeah. Oh, actually, before their V conversation, we forgot nearly the most fun scene, Kimiko's assassination scene. All those dildos.
Yeah, and there was an oligarch.
You were right the first time.
Was I? Who I was looking at going, hey, I know him. And he was the very lovable Ivan on Schitt's Creek.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so seeing him get a dildo smashed through the back of his head was...
That shot's so funny.
Because that's the clear shot of his face, and I was like, hey, oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that dildo fight scene is fucking hilarious.
They really missed like a Mr. Hanky, or I think it's Mr. Hanky product placement.
The Christmas poo?
No, the giant dildo company.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, I think there was just enough going on in that dildo selection.
Is it weird that I was like, can I get a better look at them?
Because
I'm sure there was like actual beautiful craftsmanship went into them, because when they zoom in and go across to the noir one,
yeah,
and I was like, I kind of want to look at them. Because I can't appreciate how funny this is.
Well,
because I didn't even realise the vibrator one vibrated until it was like in his neck going.
There's they set up a website called...
Oh, can you buy them?
No, you can't buy them, but it's a fake website called supeporn.com, and it's all Vought sex toys. So they don't have all the dildos up there, but they do have some of them up there.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go look at that later.
Yeah.
It's
like the deep Splendor pounder.
Oh.
The names are brilliant.
Yeah, no, just to actually, because so much of the background work in this, you don't really get to appreciate it, and they're just fucking funny.
Oh yeah, no, some of those dildos are hilarious. Maeve's one that looks like the sword and her armor.
Yeah.
And then I really wish that when we were watching that and Kimiko pulls out the Maeve dildo, I really wish just for a moment she could have spoken, so she could have gone for a Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife.
This is a knife.
This is a knife. Dildo.
Mind you, beating somebody to death kind of loses its charm. Well, like with a giant dildo, loses its charm if you've played Saints Row.
Yeah, if you played a lot of Saints Row, it wasn't anything new to you. That's
for
sure.
It was still funny, because I think you could in Dead Rising too.
Don't think there was dildos in Dead Rising?
No, there definitely was in Saints Row, because
there definitely
hilarious.
Was. But yeah, no, the battle of the dildos is fucking brilliant.
I liked when they all had convenient handholds too.
Oh yeah.
And like not
ergonomic dildos, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was hilarious to watch. That was fucking brilliant.
I just like the fact that he had them in like a cabinet that was like custom made.
Oh yeah, his special contraband cabinet.
Special contraband cabinet.
As fun as that was, I think I nearly preferred what followed with Frenchie and Kimiko when they come back to wherever they are in Russia and tell Billy the job is done, and she kind of storms off and goes into another room, and her and Frenchie have the chat about running away.
Yeah, going to Marseille.
Because it's just, it's so nice to see, because the whole way through the comics,
you want them to get out.
Yeah, and Frenchie is trying to keep Kimiko away from like the darkness and the anger that's inside her. Whereas in this, she's nearly the opposite, and she's much more of a kind of, not outgoing, but compared to season 1 and even a good bit of season 2.
She's a lot more aware of her surroundings and stuff like that in this.
She's more of her own person, and she doesn't want to be used as a gun or as a weapon.
No.
And she's getting pulled back towards the violence that she doesn't want to be, as opposed to in the comics where Frenchie's trying to pull her away from the violence that she wants to be in.
She's far more accepting of being an animal and being treated like an animal in the comic books.
Yeah, and it's Frenchie who's trying to be like, no, you're a person.
Yeah.
And in this now, it's almost the reverse, where she's like, no, we need to go, and you need to like
stop doing this.
Yeah. Like, she's like, I want to go. Why are we still here? You're not staying here for my sake anymore.
Yeah, you're staying here for you. No, and he does say, he's like, fuck Butcher, but and Hughie, they need us.
Yeah, but after we're gone.
Yeah.
And I was so happy to see it, and she gives him a big hug.
And it's like, you know that she's not going to go anywhere. Something horrible's going to happen.
Unfortunately,
in the laws of TV world.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when the Virgin has sex, she's going to die.
Yeah, Kimiko and Frenchie making plans to leave the boys means almost inevitably they're not going to be able to leave the boys because something terrible will happen.
Yes.
And yeah, that terrible thing does happen after they get to the Russian base, and they have a what is it he's talking about? Baja Fresh outside? That reference went right straight over my head, and I didn't bother looking it up before we recorded.
I don't know, something about being easy to break into a Baja Fresh. It's some Russian military lab. And they're like, fuck it, it'll be easy. It's a Russian military lab. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's a fucking black ops site.
And considering what they're holding, there just doesn't seem to be a huge amount of security. Like, Butcher causes a blackout and nobody's overly panicked. They take out one guard and they get straight into where Soldier Boy's being held. That's some shitty security.
I don't know. Well, less security call, less attention to it. You don't want people knowing that there's a massive...
True, I suppose.
You want it to just be masquerading as some, like... facility. Now, more guards do show up.
Yeah, but after an alarm is set off by an awesome little dude.
Yeah, but like in fairness, you don't really care. Anybody breaking in, if they let the shit out,
That's
what
the
they're
problem.
That's what they're more worried about, is the shit that they're being held in there getting out.
I love when they're breaking in MM's movie references. Red Dawn, motherfucker. Rocky Four, motherfucker. Fucking cracked me up.
Yeah, the Rocky 4 just cracked me up.
Yeah, no, but then when they get inside and they start looking around for the soup weapon, and the first thing they find is a hamster, and I'm ashamed to admit, when I saw the hamster, I didn't even immediately think Jamie. It wasn't until
I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a hamster! And then proceeded to slap the crap out of you because I thought you weren't paying attention.
But that was just because it was an animal on screen and you like animals. And I was just like, oh yeah, no, an animal, they're probably
and
doing
I was
testing.
going, it's fucking Jamie!
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, what's that saying? MM leans over and goes, it's Jamie. And then I proceeded to fucking lose it.
Yeah, because now Jamie in the comics isn't super powered, but he is a hamster that Hughie finds and keeps through most of the run of the comics. He finds him fairly early on and he's in it right until pretty much the end.
Like he takes him to live in the Flatiron building, like, and you see him in
he
the
lives
office.
in his flat for a good while.
Yeah, and he's got a little cage and he goes and lives in the Flatiron, and you can see, like, you'll see Kimiko and stuff playing with him in the background, and like, I think he's on one of the covers sitting on her like she's holding him, and he's actually
when he's
like,
all fat.
Yeah.
He leaves Jamie with the female when he goes back to Scotland.
And
when he comes back, he's fat. He's a massive round ball of a hamster.
He's so fucking cute. And she's there's a cover with her just holding him.
But
he's just a cute little thing.
That is how you do fan service, right? Because it's bringing in a thing that people love from the comics, but not in a big way, like they did with Terror.
No, Terror is far more
Terror's far more of a big thing in the comics.
Yeah, like, because he's always with Butcher. But
Jamie's that was a good way.
Sweet.
The way they gave us Terror in the show was done really well. It was like, right, look, he can't be around the main character all the fucking time, but he's here. He's alive, he's well, and he's kept with Butcher's aunt. And this was a cool little way to get Jamie into it.
Yeah.
There's a little V'd-up hamster that's kind of like Jamie from the comics, but he's fucking deadly.
His name is Jamie. He's the cutest little thing. I used to have a little hamster a couple of little hamsters that were that kind of... with the weird, mad, like, fluffy bits.
Jamie is very cute
skirt.
up to a point.
No, Jamie's fucking cute the whole way through. I don't care what you're saying. The fact that he can fly... he can fly.
The way he appears behind your man
is fucking brilliant. Comes hovering up behind him. Fuck that shit. You know the way they try to do like the evil kid in Brightburn? I want an evil hamster series. I want like some sort of like demonic hamsters, like the Demon Piggies game.
Oh, and Zim.
Yeah. I want demonic hamsters, because that was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen, was that hamster hovering behind him with the red glowing eyes. And when he turns around, it's like right in the eyeball and it's like digging around in his brain.
That was like Spooky Fish from South Park.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically... the
spooky fish and all the
homicidal animals. Because it's built on an Indian burial ground.
And they're built on an Indian burial ground and you didn't do anything? Oh, heck no. First I dug up all the bodies, pissed on them, and then buried them upside down. What the hell did you do that for?
I don't know.
I was drunk at the time.
When he starts pegging around inside the box, though, it's like, damn!
Yeah. Jamie's the business.
Jamie is so the business.
Awesome. But even with Jamie's help, the fight that ensues when all the guys come and attack them all doesn't go their way. But there's a small bit that I do like where Kimiko jumps on a guy and kills him, and she has a look of like, not this shit again.
And she knocks out the next guy.
Yeah, it's like more killing. Does it have to be killing?
She knocks him out instead. I spotted that.
Yeah, I just thought that was a nice little touch to have in there, especially after...
She doesn't have to go whole hog all the time. She can use restraint.
Yeah.
You know, because these are just guys doing their jobs. Like, these are just regular Joes.
Regular Russian Army Joes. But still, they don't all have to die.
Yeah.
But Butcher doesn't particularly mind, and he sees that things aren't going their way. Gives Hughie a look.
He looks around to Hughie almost for like, should I do it? And Hughie nods at him, and that's when he's like, right, I'm fucking having you. But
Hughie's nod isn't... Like, in the past, I think if something like that happened, he would have looked at Hughie and Hughie would have been like, okay, I don't want you to do it, but we have no other choice, so do it.
This was confirmation of you need to go and do this.
Well, no, I thought this time the look Hughie gives him was more like, yeah, go for it. I want to see you use your kick-ass powers.
Yeah.
As opposed to, it's a last resort. It's like Hughie's just like, yeah, I want to see you do it. And do it, he does. He walks out.
So happy. Scares the shit out. Like, Kimiko's going for him, but MM's freaking out because he's literally walking out into a hail of bullets.
He's lucky MM doesn't try and jump and push him out of the way, in fairness.
And then it just laser eyes as everybody.
Yeah, snaps a neck or two as well.
Yeah,
and
but it's just like, hello, zoing, hello, zoing.
Yeah, misses one guy because he appears behind MM, and just as he's about to shoot, Hughie disappears and then reappears behind your man and puts a fist through him.
Which is how he kills Blarneycock, which is how he gets Jamie.
Yeah. In the comics, Hughie's first kill after he's been dosed with V. Yeah, he punches a hole through Blarneycock, and then when Blarneycock's lying on the ground, Jamie crawls out of his butt. Yeah, and that's how Hughie gets Jamie.
Yeah, gives him a little bath and takes him home. But I like the fact that he just poofs out of his clothes. Yeah,
he poofs out of his... And again, totally tracks because translucent couldn't be...
Yeah, they all have to take their clothes off.
To do whatever their power is. So
we're
totally
leaving Teddy Stillwell out of that because he's 3.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. And then he's just elated. It's kind of 2 seconds of, oh my god, and then, oh my god, I punched through this guy.
And
like,
I teleported
holy shit.
and look at how cool I am.
Sharon!
And he
Sharon, come look at this! And then MM's just like, your dick is out.
Yeah, like he looks to MM as
he's sporting at least a chub.
But I'm pretty sure, when MM says that, he means it literally, but he also means your dick is out. Like, dude, you took V just so that you could feel powerful, and show and throw your big dick around. And he does, he looks so disappointed. And he says to him, he's like, you're better than this.
Well, that's the whole thing when like Butcher comes clean about it, and they're not even like disappointed. They're just
nobody's surprised at Butcher.
They're like, you gave it to Hughie. What's wrong with you?
Well, Kimiko's upset that they took it willingly.
Yeah,
and rightly so, because she had it foisted on her, and
she hates her powers. Whether how much of that she has kind of come clean to Frenchie about, but he sees her struggle. But MM
and Frenchie are like, I'm not surprised.
It's hypocritical.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the thing you hate, and you hate the fact that they have all this power, and it's not so much that they have the power, but the shit that the V gives them, this immunity.
Yeah.
And you're going to willingly take this stuff.
And I like how when Butcher's like, oh, Hughie must have stolen it, and
he goes, oh, he must have stolen it, the dirty little beggar, and then kind of gives him a look, and
MM says, you're better than this kid, and Hughie's response is a scoff.
Yeah, it's very
but
very Homelander-y.
Yeah, it's very a Homelander-y response of a scoff, and then a kind of like, well, you
can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, it's not even worded properly. It's just like,
Mom.
well, like what? And I was like, oh, that's a very Homelander response, Hughie. I'm not overly happy with Hughie this episode, and by extension, this season.
Hughie this season's been a bit of a dickhead. He kind of was like on his way to Patrick Bateman.
Well, the Patrick Bateman-ness of the start of the season aside, it's like he spent the first 2 seasons being just a good guy and struggling with all the madness around him. And now he
spent most of season 1 just floundering around. He spent season 2 being a bit of an asshole to Starlight about things and holding grudges.
We weren't too fond of him in season 2 either, were we?
No, he was a bit of a gobshite in season 2. Season 3 started with him being like, I'm king of the world! And now he's hacking up all them pills again.
Yeah, but they don't dwell on it too long because Butcher decides that he's going to rip open that big container that's in the middle of the room.
Yeah, let's just rip the door off the thing. That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Why not get the guy who can read Russian to come and read the instructions? There's always instructions.
Maybe we know what's inside.
Because there's always, the instructions tend to be the safety things, and we know everything. No, maybe not in Russia.
And that's clearly some kind of like tank
containment
or holding
vessel.
chamber or something. Like, probably not going to have a gun or a weapon in there. But I suppose it's the only thing inside the room that they haven't really looked at yet. So
the other thing in the room had a V'd up hamster in it. How is this going to go any better?
Well, it doesn't. Because this has a V'd up human inside it. And it's Soldier Boy.
Who, just basically is like, oh, the door's off, let me remove myself from these restraints.
I'm guessing all the kind of, the gas that leaks out is probably some sort of anaesthetic.
I think it's probably frozen.
Yeah, or cryogenically frozen. But he wakes up and steps out,
and then sucks
naked.
all the moisture in the room into himself.
Does something with the moisture and the liquid in the room.
Yeah.
And
then proceeds to burn in truth.
Yeah.
He basically...
There's a bit of an Akib thing, but instead of an explosion, he sends out this power blast that is aimed at Frenchie, but Kimiko jumps in the way and gets hit by it and sends her through a bunch of walls and then seems to
negate all of her powers.
Yeah.
It's like a Supe EMP. It's red kryptonite. It's fitting because it's red V.
Yeah, but
it's Commie V!
So he's got this power blast that...
Oh my god, it is Commie V. It negates all the V powers.
Yeah, well, it certainly seems to with Kimiko because she's not healing.
Yeah, she's bleeding out. Shit's bad. Shit's real bad. And we saw how fast she fucking healed. She got shot in the head about 15 minutes prior by one of those call girls. She pops right back up again. Like, Wolverine's got a longer recovery time than she does.
Yeah, but not this time because she is not getting up.
She's not healing.
And Soldier Boy just walks out.
Yeah.
Just, see ya.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is probably a good thing because otherwise the rest of them would be fucked.
But it's so funny because it's like he wakes up, stretches, has a blast, and then leaves.
Yeah, it's not even like
he doesn't even leave change on the counter.
It's not even like he blasts at them on purpose.
Yeah, it's just,
not clear
it's
whether
like
he
when
does.
He stretches.
Frenchie does kind of have the gun half pointed at him, which probably not the best idea, Frenchie. But
it's like he's not even aware of it, though.
Yeah, it does seem to be almost like an automatic response. But yeah, damn, really
far
curious.
More destructive than a sneeze.
Yes, really curious to see how that all works out powers wise. It was a little bit disappointing because we saw in the trailer that was how Soldier Boy comes out. And we were saying before we started recording that it would have been nice if maybe they hadn't had that in the trailer and we didn't know Soldier Boy was alive. We could have still known Soldier Boy with Jensen Ackles because we would have gotten the flashback and the TV spots.
Yeah, up until this point though,
stuff.
You could assume he's dead and he was taken.
Yeah, because all the characters think he's dead.
So knowing, he's...
Or at least captured.
Yeah, they know he was captured, so you would assume that maybe they took him back to, like, dissect him or whatever.
But, like, they're supposed to be chasing the Supe weapon. The weapon that killed Soldier Boy. Because that's what Crimson Countess says happened in Nicaragua. They killed Soldier Boy and took his body.
Yeah.
So Butcher says, if you believe the story at the start when they're talking about the nuclear reactor. But up to this point, all of the boys are supposed to be on the hunt for the Supe weapon and not on the hunt for Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would have been more effective if they hadn't kept that in the trailer.
Yeah, if they'd kept all the modern day Soldier Boy stuff out of the trailer.
Yeah, and
it would have been like when that fog all cleared and you've been like, what the fuck is that? And when he steps up then and takes the mask off, yeah, he's all hairy, but I've been like, holy shit, it's Soldier Boy. Like,
yeah, and I mean, I know they wanted to push.
They've made it very clear that it's an experimentation facility, so it could have been like, shit, are they trying to make their own Homelander? Is that what the weapon is?
Yeah. Oh no, from like a marketing perspective, they could have, because like with season 2, they gave very little away about Stormfront.
Yeah.
Very little, but they gave a lot away about Soldier Boy. I understand they wanted to pimp Jensen.
No, but they did almost they did give a lot away. Like,
they could have been like, Season 3 is going to focus a lot on Payback and Vought's history in the 70s and 80s, and they could have said, and that's where we'll see Jensen Ackles, and kept the modern day Soldier Boy stuff as a surprise. I just think it would have been cool if they had been shocked as the characters were. Yeah,
no, like I said, at this point in the episode, I was pretty much all gasped out.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have taken any more gasping.
But similarly, we didn't gasp too much about Kimiko taking the hit because we kind of knew something like that happened. We could piece together something bad happened to Kimiko from the trailer.
Yeah.
So that gasp
also
was taken away from us.
The season 4 announcement yesterday with the 9 panels, I was like, oh well, Vic's gonna make it through this season.
Well, that's not necessarily the case because
compared to last season where Aya Cash was like, I'm not going to be in this season at all.
But she was.
And then she was for 3 episodes.
Yeah. And if they, I wouldn't be surprised if they had somebody, like if Vic dies this season and they had her in the season 4 promo picture that just came out, that wouldn't overly surprise me because they wouldn't necessarily want to give her death away by omission in early promo material.
Yeah.
But I think they might play her as ending up being Vic the Veep. I really don't know what way they're going to go with her.
No, but that's very hard to tell, especially given her revelation this episode.
Yeah, because that's pretty much all the boys' side, I think, for the minute. And,
the only thing of note, kind of, Kimiko, we leave with them bleeding out. Soldier Boy's in the wind.
Yeah, Hughie's out of it in the van.
Hughie is just
looking at the V in his veins.
Happy out the window, pure
Doesn't
euphoria.
give a shit about what's happening with Kimiko.
Look, actually, that shot of him hanging out the window of the van is very similar to that shot in The Dark Knight where the Joker's is in the side of the police car.
Yeah, I definitely thought that.
With just the head back, just embracing everything. So I think we might
embracing everything except for Kimiko's life-threatening situation.
Yeah, he's completely oblivious to that.
But yeah, so poor El Kimiko is presumably en route to a hospital.
That was nasty. They're in Russia and she's a soup. Like, they don't know what's going to fucking happen. So presumably they'll take her back to try and doctor her. Emma has field medic training.
Well, if her healing power is gone, she's effectively can be treated as a normal human.
Yeah, but then they're going to have to explain why she's
still take her to a hospital
and shit.
True. True, they do. But yeah, no, on the Seven side, we get to see Cameron Coleman again at the start of the episode.
Oh, Cameron Coleman is brilliant in this episode.
Sucking up to Homelander.
Yeah, well, it's not the only sucking he's going to be doing.
No, it's not. But he tells him his speech was courageous.
He's so slimy and horrible. He is like the fucking Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Pundit newsman. He's like 100% a creation of the network.
Oh, God, yeah,
he doesn't have a single original thought. He's just like those AIs that are like fed mass quantities of material and then just
splurge it back out.
What was that Google one or the Microsoft one that had to be shut down after 72 hours because it started like spouting fucking white supremacist hate speech?
Yeah, I know. But actually, in fairness, what Homelander spews isn't much better because it's basically just trunk talk of deep state and like, these people, you wouldn't know their names, but they're high up and they control everything.
The Illuminati, the Court of Owls, call it what you will. Yeah. There's always a secret society.
But yeah, no, he gives it all this and he says, they're even in Vought. And that the line about them even being in Vought obviously has put a little bit of an either worry or has irked Stan because we see he goes to Vic's house.
Yeah,
she's surprised.
Yeah, because he's just rocked in. You'd assume that he doesn't want to have any sort of witnessable contact between
certainly not outside her house anyway.
Outside of a legal capacity, you know.
Yeah, it's fine in the offices of Vought or the FBSA, but house visits?
Yeah, I'm sure they're done with great skill and planning.
Yeah, and when we saw him in her house, he was just there.
Yeah.
This time he's actually at the front door. And she's like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?
Why are you here? Can I jump by unannounced?" And she's like, "Nothing you do is like unplanned, basically. Nothing you do is without like strategy." And
he tells her, "Oh no, we should probably have the FBSA put a little bit of a smackdown on Homelander because he's being a bit of a naughty boy."
Yeah, he used some bad words. That's what we can get him for. And she's like, "It's basically federal policy not to go up against Homelander because, you know, death."
Yeah, we can go after nearly anybody else, but
Homelander's basically untouchable.
And that's the way it is in the comics as well. Yeah, they'll go after almost anybody, but not Homelander.
Yeah, well, was it? He spent the first 18 years of his life with a plutonium warhead strapped to him.
So you don't want to go after him just with laws and fines.
Yeah.
But that's what Stan wants her to do. Yeah, and she's a little bit worried, and probably rightly so.
Yeah.
Stan says, it's just like disciplining a child. And she's like, well, it's not like disciplining my child because my child can't rip my spine out of me.
No. She will be able to now, hopefully.
Well, yeah, as we see later on.
I think that's the thing for Newman is that she realises that Stan won't protect her or protect her daughter that he views as a granddaughter.
Yeah, because he says, I'll protect you. And she's like, I'm a daughter. And he's like, oh, of course, even more so. But I think it's the fact that it doesn't even. It's not even that. I think it's disingenuous. It doesn't sound too disingenuous. I think it's the fact that Vic has to say it to him, like, "Oh, you'll protect me and my daughter." The fact that she has to even ask it.
Well, like in fairness, we know Teddy Stillwell's just been dumped in a facility upstate, so.
Yeah, but I think that's probably the point where she realizes that no, as much as I see him as a father figure, and as much as he likes to view me as somewhat of a child. Ultimately, I'm just something that's useful to him.
Yeah.
But we don't find out that she's had that realization just yet because we get to see the lovely little scene between Hughie, Annie, and Homelander.
When they're sitting... Well, she's
showing him about the home life thing.
Yeah, because obviously that's not something you want him finding out, through the news or whatever, or through watching it. So she's running it past him. And does say, look, you said whatever it takes, and this is whatever it takes. And fair folks to him, he doesn't. I thought he was going to just throw a giant hissy fit.
No, and he does even try and say that, oh shit, like, oh fuck, that's too far. Like,
yeah,
I should be the one to save you for a change.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no, look, it needs to be done. just tell me it'll work.
And it's like, and what'll work? And she's like, what the fuck?
How did you get in here?
Yeah,
like, I have a key. It's fine.
It's not as good as Supe Shitbirds, but it's got very much the same energy.
Yeah, it's not definitely not as funny as Supe Shitbirds. But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, no, I have a key. I have all the keys, and I watch you sleep.
You're a very light sleeper, which is the creepiest thing you can ever say to anybody.
And he's like, no, I'm joking. I'm just messing with you guys.
But is he?
I don't know.
He's in that weird mood where it's like he could just be dicking with you, or he could just put me through a wall. Like, it's hard to tell.
I think he's definitely come there just to fuck with them with words
at
that point. And starts going on about how, Hughie, don't worry, it's just for the cameras. Although that's how me and Maeve started out. And
do you know she can bend a steel pipe without using her hands? It's like, dude, gross. It's really weird because he's so kind of calculated. But then when he goes to insult people, or when he's doing shit like this, like fucking with people, it's like fucking idiot 14-year-old boy.
It is, especially when he's talking about like Ashley later on and Stan even later again.
Yeah, it kind of goes between this adult sophistication and then these really childish
comments
and behaviour.
It's like he can plan, he can be sneaky, and he can be conniving, but he just doesn't have wordplay.
No,
anytime he tries to like get into arguments with people who are like intellectually like
anytime
high up
Edgar
there,
puts the slap
particularly
down on
Edgar,
him.
like anytime he thinks, I've got this real smart thing to say to Edgar always can turn it around.
Edgar's slap down in this episode is just so beautiful.
But yeah, when he's talking to Hughie and he's being like, and is Annie a good fuck? And that, as we mentioned already,
the people that are visibly afraid of him, or he knows he can at least intimidate, he's very crass and very immature in front of. And the ones that he knows are smarter than him, that's when you get the really childish kind of, well, like, I know you are, but what am I? Kind of reactions. Where all he can do is kind of scoff and mimic because he's not quick enough to
he's not quick enough to respond,
Whereas the people that he knows he can intimidate, that's when he's saying things that are
stupid and childish.
Yeah.
Because he knows that they won't have a comeback out of fear.
It's very, teenage boy picking on his brother's mates.
And you really see it with Ashley later on when he gives his stupid line to her.
No, but when she then uses that line later, it's way better. Because she delivers it.
But first we get to see her throw her way around a little with A-Train, when A-Train's trying to bring up, what's his name, Blue Hawk in Trenton.
Ashley?
Yeah, we can see Ashley be like, no, and she laughs at him, and then when she realises he's serious, she's like, oh no, I'm all about Black Lives Matter, and look at my Instagram, and this, that, and the other, but basically just brushes him off.
No, but back to the Homelander Starlight thing. Hughie interaction. That's when you see Hughie going to stand up to him, yeah. And the humiliation of having Starlight come to his rescue again. And he brings that up when they're in Russia, when he's throwing the hissy fit about wanting to take the V.
Oh yeah,
and it's all his pride.
Oh, it is, yeah. And he's like, it
keeps having to be swooped in and rescued. He's Cyril. I keep telling you this. He's Cyril.
I know, yeah.
Episode.
But it's ridiculous because he's comparing the most powerful man in the world, more or less threatening him. Well, certainly intimidating him, and him not being able to do anything about it, to childhood bullies, and him not being able to stand up then because he was scared. And the only thing that he has in common is he was scared. He should not try as a normal human being to stand up to Homelander in that instance. Don't be fucking stupid.
If you don't want to hide behind your girlfriend,
it's not even about that.
Stop antagonising him to his face.
Well, yeah, that definitely didn't help about him trying to stand up to Homelander there and then.
That was very fun. I did like the fact that Homelander was like, we're going to go dance, are we?
He forced Annie to step in on his behalf there.
With her, and I do like her threat, which is, I will leave and I will take my approval points with me because we know what you like and we know your weak spot. That's public adoration.
Yeah, she knows she can't hold the flight thing over him anymore, but she can still hold, like you said, He'd prefer to be loved, but he'll take fear. So she knows he'll still prefer to be loved. So she'll use what little leverage she can when it really, really matters. But yeah, Hughie needs to not. Hughie needs to just not.
Yeah.
He really does.
No, and you've got A-Train then, who's actually trying to step up and do the right thing and bring up this Blue Hawk thing about him over-policing black neighbourhoods.
Yeah.
Whilst filming one of the worst ads of recent memory.
Obviously, I go at
the Kendall Jenner Pepsi ad.
Yeah. But it's just so funny the way all the protest signs
It's like nondescript protest.
Nondescript protest signs just say peace and stand together. And
one of them I think
love.
says enough is enough.
Yeah, and none of them actually
or any one specific thing, but
they're not
ad.
offensive either. And,
what's going on? Oh, there's a protest down the street.
A-Train.
You've obviously never been in a protest, no matter how peaceful it is. It's going to be noisy as fuck, and everybody's going to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. No, it's just so fucking funny that all
It's
the protesters
so bad.
are just so... You could just tell that, like, Vought took every care to make sure that ad couldn't possibly offend anybody.
Except it offends everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, that's your reactionary activism going on right there.
Yeah. But I like how Ashley does at the end of the conversation with A-Train when he's like, when, Ashley? And she's like, later, A-Train.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. She's like, no, I'm still in charge.
Yeah, she's starting to get her big pants on.
She is. And we really see that it's not just the big pants that she gets on, but she gets a strap on occasionally.
No.
That is hilarious.
No, but also when she gets the message when they're having the meeting of the 7, which I think is the first time that we see all chairs occupied from the first episode, the very, very first episode. We get some wires back.
Yeah, we get to see him drawing a little beaver. Beaver? Was it beaver?
I
Bunny?
don't know. We know
drawing some sort of cute
he has
animal.
severe brain damage, so I'm just delighted that Wires back.
Yes.
Deep's back, being Kevin.
Being a dickhead.
Yeah, some Maeve there.
Oh, we see Maeve a little bit before the 7 meeting, actually, when Annie comes to see
Maeve's been training and is sober and has been sober for 4 hellish months.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Because
Maeve's been sober and training and hiding it.
She also tells Starlight that she's the one that's been giving
Butcher all the info.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, no, fuck off. I'm already doing this. Because she's like, oh, you have another favour to ask me. Well, you don't know that I've been doing all this shit in the background and people know what they want to know about me.
Yeah.
And you don't need to know what I'm doing. And basically she's like, even if I can take him down for just a minute, this is all on me because I was with him.
Yeah, no, she wants to make good, or at least try to, on all the shit that she's done wrong. She wants to be able to take Homelander down. I don't think she wants anybody else to have to go down fighting with her.
No, but she knows as well, like, that for all the shit that she's done over the years, or all the shit she's not stopped him do over the years. She says herself, she goes, I have it coming.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's not going to come out of it unscathed herself. There's no way she's going to come out of it with her reputation, especially if the Flight 37 video gets out.
Yeah, she's as screwed as he is.
Yeah, even though she tries to help, at the end of the day, she still left him.
Yeah.
So she's like, this is my fault. I was with him.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. She knows that she's fucked either way.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what way, either Homelander wins and she's fucked.
Yeah, because he's going to kill her.
They win and she's probably fucked. So she may as well go down fighting, and there's no point in Annie dying as well. I think is what Maeve was thinking.
Left for good.
Oh, I think Elena's long is out of the picture.
So she's what she got left.
Yeah, so she's got nothing left, so she may as well go down fighting and try and take Homelander out. And Annie tries to convince her, no, look, we can get a couple of other people on side. We might have a much better shot.
Yeah.
So she goes off to find Alex, and poor Alex cops on straight away to what's going on.
The second you hear that song start, you're like,
yeah,
no.
And the second he hears the song, he's like, oh shit, you're going to tell me something really horrible again, aren't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, she is, because she's like,
hey.
I
do like the way he fucks with her, though.
Oh, that's the issue. She's like, hey, we got to go and fight Homelander. Will you fight with me? And he's like, whoa, shit, but... Okay,
sure.
Well, I will, because I've always loved you, Annie January.
She's gone, sorry, what now? No, back it up. And he's like, no, do you think my grandma would let me marry the whitest girl of white?
In all of white, yeah, that was a nice little line.
Yeah.
But again, we see that Supersonic is just a damn good guy.
He's a real good guy.
And he's willing to fight and die for his friend.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he has to.
Yeah.
But we don't get to that for a while.
No.
Then after Annie's 2 little visits is when we get our 7 meeting, and Homelander's being a
the
dick
taco
again.
balls!
Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah, and Deep sucking up, being like, oh, muy delicioso.
Yeah, that's because he ate a fucking octopus in the last. He ate Timothy in the last episode.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he's just glad that this meal isn't aimed at punishing or hurting him.
Yeah. He's just glad to be back. He's back being his little bootlicky self.
Yeah, and Homelander's in with the usual cheap shots.
I thought it was weird that Cassandra was there.
Yeah, she's just
not really a handler. How is she getting into all of these areas?
Because she's obviously Deep's manager as well.
Yeah,
so she will have it.
Yeah, she seems to be his agent or something.
Yeah,
but even
so she'll have it in his new contract for the Seven that she has to be with him at all times.
Yeah, well, obviously,
because as we see during the meeting,
she's texting him.
Texting him shit.
Either she's texting him or she's coached him on like contingencies, which she seems to be.
Oh, yeah, because she's mouthing what she's just said to
I'm like, yeah, she got rid of Timothy.
Oh yeah, she definitely didn't care that Timothy went if she wasn't the reason for Timothy going.
No, I'm pretty sure she orchestrated it.
But yeah, it's a pretty short meeting that Homelander plans anyway.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, everybody's here. Welcome, Supersonic. Have some tacos.
Yeah, we're going to belittle your culture a little bit.
Yeah, and then everybody leave because I need the room.
A-Train.
But A-Train's like, oh, actually...
The whole Blue Falcon thing, again. Fair fucks to him.
Yeah, and he supports
him. And he's genuine in it. She's like, shit, that's not good. And he's like, thank you, and it is a bit genuine. Because he knows, like, at the end of the day, they have their differences, but, you know, this is something that's actually quite serious. Because he says that as well when he's talking to Ashley. He's like, Vought needs to take accountability for this.
Yeah, it's a Vought hero out there harassing black people and killing them. But, yeah, that's when Deep and Cassandra step in.
Yeah. Hey, that covers it. You share a lot of the same fan base, like. Not
surprisingly. And yeah, you don't really want to appear to be soft on crime right now, do you?
It's such a coached answer.
I just love how surprised Homelander looks. He's like, you're right, Deep.
There's your answer.
Why are you right, Deep? But yeah, runs with it, uses it as an excuse to shut down A-Train, and then it's like, right, off you go. And there's a nice little bit where when Maeve's leaving, she kind of pats A-Train on the shoulder as if to say,
at least
you tried. Like, and
keep at it.
Ashley breaks the news then to him after everybody's left about Vic Newman's conference, and we get the
her
terrible line.
Freaking out, she's just like, fuck. But it's not like the panicked, like when she gets the news about V breaking and she's like trying to get out of the room. Or Stormfront committing suicide. It's a lot more, oh, fuck, I've got to tell him this.
Yeah, and she goes to tell him, and he comes out with the worst insult I think I've ever heard in my life.
Is your brain being fucked by
stupid?
Is
your brain being fucked by stupid? It's just bad.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not even a clever insult. And it's not like a ridiculous insult like the way English people can turn anything into an insult by putting the word absolute in front of it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you can call somebody an absolute spanner, an absolute monkey, anything.
Just
as
pick
long as
any
it's got
word.
absolute in front of it, it's an insult. This is just weird and bad.
I assume it was intentionally written that way. It's one of those
insults where you stop and you kind of go, "What?"
Yeah,
I'm confused.
I assume it was intentionally written that way, but yeah, I was like, how is that's like, it doesn't even make sense.
Now that would be a good insult if that was somebody who like said something really fucking stupid.
But like,
it's within the context of what she says. It's like, especially because he's like, aren't you supposed to know these things?
It's just a really stupid insult. And his idiot brain is being fucked by stupid for coming up with it.
Yes.
So I'm concerned. But yeah, it tells her to fuck off and find out what's going on.
So off she fucks.
Yeah, and off she fucks. Yeah. And outside in the hallway we see a little bit of a
ruckus. Is the funniest fight. I'm sorry.
I love it. It's like we haven't seen many soup on soup fights. We've seen a bit A-Train versus Starlight.
Yeah.
And obviously the season closer of last season with the girls beating the shit out of Stormfront. But I love how the first time you see the two lads go at each other, and these are two members of the Seven, you know, the best of the best, and it's two punches. One punch to the gills, and then
that is a fucking hard punch though.
Oh yeah, he like sucker punches them.
Like that's a kidney shot at the best of times.
He sucker punches them in the gills, and the Deep charges them into the wall. But it's just so funny because they are like kids. Outside when they start, he's like, oh, you're such a suck up, like.
Yeah, when they start, he's like, well, fine, I'm going to tell home. It's like, I'm going to go run and tell mom that you did this. Well,
it just keeps
I'll
escalating.
Tell them that you did this.
And it's just so childish because it's like, oh, well, you did this thing, screw you. Oh, but you did this thing, screw you. And
but who told A-Train?
Yeah, who told A-Train about
the footage.
Deep get because I don't. Maeve probably wouldn't have told.
No.
Well, Maeve definitely wouldn't have told A-Train.
No,
because,
she doesn't like A-Train.
But Stan knows about it, and it's common knowledge amongst the 7 about the Flight 37 video's existence anyway.
Yeah.
Again, kind of like Hughie knowing about the V, I'm not going to get too hung up on it, but I did, when we watched it, I did think, how does A-Train know that?
Yeah, because
obviously
it makes
the
sense
Deep knows
because
he was there
Alistair
when,
and Dana told him.
Exactly. But yeah, how A-Train knows, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not gonna get too hung up on it.
Yeah.
But I definitely did go, that's curious. But when Homelander shows up, helps the Deep up and tells A-Train, stay there on the ground and rest your useless fucking legs. And we see Alex being a good guy again when he holds A-Train back and is like, don't do it, it's not worth it. Yeah, but then
Alex makes a really, really stupid fucking move.
Yeah, because they're in the elevator and A-Train is very upset.
Alex is very much the golden retriever of superheroes, and he's very trusting.
He is. And it's the saddest I've ever felt for A-Train was when he's in the elevator and he's really upset. And I was like, oh, poor A-Train. I actually feel kind of bad for you. And then Alex is like, well, what if? And I was like, no, don't tell him, Alex. Don't tell him. And I thought, because A-Train's response is, oh, well, what do you mean or what do you have in mind? And I thought, oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's not even Homelander that A-Train's pissed at. He's pissed at the Deep. He's pissed that he has to take the shit off the Deep.
Yeah, and that's it.
He's not really got any sort of beef with Homelander, and in that whole conversation, he's got no kind of beef with Homelander.
Well, no, because he says fuck home. He's about to say fuck Homelander in the elevator,
and he's like, "Oh, what if he hears you?" But he's very much looking out for number one and will take the winning side. And if shit looks like it's going to go down, he's going to jump ship. He's got no loyalty to anybody but himself.
Because when
his paycheck.
When we see them next is when Maeve, Starlight, Supersonic and A-Train are all sitting down to watch the hearing, and I was like, oh
no,
shit.
it's not a hearing, it's the press conference.
Or the press conference,
and
sorry.
Homelander walks in and
I thought, oh shit, maybe A-Train is actually on side.
Yeah, so the press conference ends up going completely sideways. Edgar's there looking nice and smug, expecting, Homelander to be given a little slap on the wrist.
Couple of fines.
So actually it all starts off well with Homelander is a whistleblower.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
That was the initial
yeah, that was one of the first audible gasps.
And then goes on to say that has provided evidence against Stan Edgar, cue gasp number 2.
Another audible gasp.
And that will be going ahead with numerous crimes and will be taking...
Yeah, obstruction of justice, perjury, blackmail.
When it turns to Edgar, who is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, looks shocked.
That was like...
Yeah, and you see back then in the tower, Maeve is like, what did you do? And Homelander tells them, well, I decided to get rid of Edgar because this is a superhero company.
And that was probably gasp number 3 or 4. And then
yeah, but if you watch...
like anybody who's hiding behind him doesn't have that luxury now. And you can just see A-Train being like, wank.
Yeah, right? If you watch A-Train, I think that's the point.
The second he got away from them, he went running to Homelander.
That's the point where he decides, if he hadn't already, that's the point where he decides, no, actually, I'm going to rat these guys out.
Yeah.
He might have gone with them if he thought, oh, hang on, a couple of us and the company against a mad Homelander.
Once they had the backing of the company.
But yeah, Homelander is now basically in charge of Vought, and it's just a few of us.
I reckon he's not. I think there's a canary.
What?
It's not going to go directly to Homelander. There's going to be some clever marketing, and it's all going to be owned by some little old cat in Fairbank or something.
Probably.
It's
if
all
Homelander
traced back
has
to
any
this
sense.
Canary. So much for Edgar's glorious 5-year plan.
Yeah, that's pretty much out the window.
Yeah. His whole life's imploding. And Homelander comes to gloat in it.
Well, no, but before that, it seems like Ashley's very quick to jump on it, because when we see her in the meeting with Cameron Coleman, she's telling him, I approve all the talking points now. Yeah, well,
she also tells him that the script is shit, and he's like, well, I wrote it.
But I think she's going to try and capitalise on the power vacuum of...
Stillwell's
gone, and Edgar's gone now as well.
Maneuvering the fuck out of herself.
Yeah, and you spotted something that was very interesting, is that in that scene, she's drinking... Macallan, which was the whiskey that Stillwell offered the Senator way back in season 1, episode 2.
So her taste is improved.
Well, I think it's a nice little way to show this isn't the Ashley of season 1 and 2 she's still terrified of Homelander, but she's got her own power plays now, I think.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to start to see her a
Her
bit more powerful and a bit more like Stillwell, a bit more like Edgar. Never quite as successful, I don't think. She'll still be somewhat under Homelander's thumb.
Yeah.
But the dildos.
Yeah, her interaction with Cameron Coleman is very funny. I liked the way he played it when he was like, how will you punish me?
Yeah. He's not sure which way it's going to go. And then he's very happy which way it goes.
Yeah. Yes, my brain is being fucked by a stupid man.
Because I think he's probably going to picture it that it's Homelander doing him.
Oh, yeah. He likes that.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely into Homelander. He loves Homelander so much.
And it's all the hypocrisy because they'll give out about the gays and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sure Cameron Coleman constantly rants about the gays whenever he gets a chance.
Out there, gobbling cock.
But yeah, no, he's just the look on his face.
It's brilliant.
Before he says, yes, my idiot brain is getting fucked by
I just like the way he says punish.
The whole delivery. I'm so glad.
That whole interaction is hilarious from start to finish.
Yeah, I hope we get more of him off camera, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he's fun behind the camera being Cameron Coleman on the VNN. But that scene there with Ashley was fucking hilarious, and I want more of that.
Yeah. No, I like the couple of office constants.
Like Ashley.
Ashley, who was just like the aide who's now upgraded. You had what's-her-face down in
Annika.
In crime analytics.
Yeah,
There's been a couple of them that you like to see pop up again.
Yeah, no, it is. It's nice to have those Vought people there, because it is now nearly... It's not just the boys versus Vought and the superheroes. It's the boys versus Vought versus superheroes. And everybody's versus everybody else. So, yeah, no, it's...
Because you get Seth and... What's-his-face a lot too. I really...
The two marketing lads,
yeah.
Seth and Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. I love them. I always love them.
Like, there's a couple of characters there that are fun to keep popping up every now and again, and he'd be one that I think would be quite fun to have.
Yeah, I definitely want
just
more
pop
Cameron
in and
Coleman.
out, like whenever they're spinning a narrative.
But yeah, no, after that we get to see Homelander and Victoria having a little chat together.
Yeah, interesting little chat. He's
discovered she's a Supe.
Yeah, how and why that happened, I don't know. Why was he rifling through her bathroom drawers and then makes a really lewd period joke?
Yeah, another
that,
bad
again,
joke.
Really, really childish.
Yeah, really childish, really bad, really stupid joke.
Yeah, just, ew, no, gross, stop it. Ugh.
Yeah.
He gives her V.
Yeah, he gives her V, which I'm not surprised by. So I'm going to guess what happened was...
He found out she was a Supe. Well, I reckon he found that because he gives her the file that he found in Stan Edgar's desk. So that's, I think, how he found out she was a Supe.
Yeah, well, he says that.
He's decided to use that. So it was probably, you get rid of Stan or I'll out you, which is the end of her political career or whatever. Yeah.
And
so there's definitely some form of blackmail going on.
Yeah, and she probably said, okay, I'll take Stan down if you get me some V for my daughter. Yeah. So, well, maybe she didn't say it was for her daughter, but that's definitely what she wanted was V.
Well, they know that she has a daughter anyway, and she's injecting her daughter with V's to help keep her safe, because she knows times they are changing.
But it's almost like Hughie taking the V, and it's not going to help anything.
No, it's only going to make matters worse.
Like, giving her kid the V, well, it'll definitely make her stronger, but it's not going to protect her from Homelander. Any more that Hughie having the V it'll make Hughie stronger and it might make him feel better, but he's not going to be able to take on Homelander. And this V that Vic is given to her daughter isn't going to keep her safe from Homelander either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand. It's the need to keep the child safe. Like
his comment about it, I'm glad you chose your own kind.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
He has taken some of Stormfront's rhetoric on board.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm the only Superman. That's the point.
With Stan out of the way, will we see more of what we were talking about in episode 1 when he goes to see Butcher? He wants that war of fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
Now that he's gotten
Is he going to start manoeuvring?
Yeah, is he going to try and have a super
Is there going to be a call to arms?
Yeah. But yeah, the way he drops that line about choosing your own kind, definitely interesting.
And you also get to see the difference between that then and where he has all the power in that interaction, and then his
next interaction
with Stan Edgar, who's waiting on him. And it's like that. He's like, "Oh, I'm so important to you. Then why don't you leave?"
There's so many great lines in that.
Of it all.
Yeah, and that is based on a scene straight out of the comics.
Yeah.
Where Homelander comes to James Stillwell in a very similar situation where Homelander has all the power and the company are at a loss, and basically comes there with the intention of killing Stillwell, and it goes down in much the same way, where Edgar's like, what am I supposed to be impressed, like you're a child and you're trying to impress daddy? Because I'm not. What is there to be impressed about? What is there to be proud of? It's just
and
Edgar.
the one that really puts the shits up him is, and now there's going to be nobody to cover for you.
Yeah, that's the real
that's the one where you can see Homelander going, bollocks.
and that's the one he leaves on as well.
Yeah.
And rightly so. But yeah, it's such a good scene. As well as being great fan service of the comics, it just shows you, yeah, Stan might be down, but I don't think Stan's
not out, not by a long shot. Stan has more than one finger in Congress.
Oh, and as he says about
Stan,
Vic,
I reckon, still has majority shareholder, or has a good chunk of shares through shell corporations and stuff
probably.
like that. Stan's going to come rocking in and just be sitting on the board anyway.
Well, he's
taking a leave of absence.
He says about Vic that he taught her to play all the sides.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to teach somebody how to do it and not have plans yourself for how to play all the sides.
Stan may be down, but he's not out.
Just that
maybe
scene.
This is all in his plan too. Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a contingency plan for just such an
Oh,
occasion.
he has contingency plans.
Yeah, I'd say he has contingency plans out the wazoo. But yeah, the only other thing that we see before we get onto my most upsetting part of the episode was Vic giving her kid the V.
I feel real sorry for that kid.
Oh,
that
yeah.
looked painful.
That looked and sounded particularly painful, alright.
And crunchy. Why was it crunchy?
Yeah, is that? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like, is it her bones are changing or whatever, or did you like made up makeup? Yeah, it did. It sounded crunchy and squelchy and like skin crawly and not nice at all.
Yeah, because you'd seen the green V just seemed to be like immediate and no like crunchies.
Yeah, whereas the permanent V obviously is doing a lot more to your body. But it will be, I want to see kind of what happens. Will she be one of the lucky ones? Or will she get, not will she explode like an adult would, but will she just get she could get horrible shitty powers. Yeah.
Is it going to do anything or is it just going to be bad?
Yeah, so again, interested to see where that is. But then after that...
But Vic also says this was done to me when I was a small child.
I think that's just to comfort Zoe though.
Yeah.
And maybe convince herself that it's an okay thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that's left to discuss is the one thing that I don't want to discuss.
Which is the dismembered corpse of Supersonic.
Yeah, poor fucking Alex. Because Homelander and Starlight are at a movie premiere or something, some press thing.
I don't know, and he's like,
hey, let's fly home.
Let me show you the view.
Promises her a view of a lifetime.
Oh God, no.
Delivers on his promise, as he says, and yes, just no. Why did they have to do it? I mean, I know why they did it, but why did they have to do it? Okay. Fuck you, A-Train.
Yeah, that's why. He's too good, he's too wholesome, he's newly established, they can I don't know, his first mission he got blown up or something.
Yeah, I feel like Annie probably should have warned him, okay, maybe here's one or two people you can trust and here's one or two people you should not trust. You know, don't trust the guy who mouth raped me, and also don't trust the guy who ran through my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know. Miscalculation on her part.
Yeah, definitely a miscalculation on his part. Not a miscalculation on Homelander's part, because he really gets the point across this time.
Yeah, and then leaves her on the roof with the dismembered corpse.
But the getting her to say I want you to say it, and it's not just that he wants her to say, I understand. He wants her to say, that will be Hughie.
Yeah. Like
that really, really turning the screw. Not that he needed to. He's already brought her up and shown her one of the only people she's close with completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Then he's saying, that'll be the only other person that you are close with if you don't do everything I say. Yeah, this is your friend. That will be your lover.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, Homelander, you, ouch.
Yeah.
That is, serious. He's done some horrible stuff before and will continue to do some horrible stuff in the future, but that one is just particularly devious, I thought.
Yeah, you were very, very upset about that.
I was, and rightly so. Supersonic was nice. He was a charming guy. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah, and because he was nice and charming, he wasn't going to last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but Hughie's lasted this long.
Yeah, but Hughie is will.
Yeah, Hughie doesn't have the confidence either.
Yeah.
Supersonic went all in.
Hughie's got dumb luck and naivety on his side.
Yeah, no.
Supersonic was just too nice. He was just a good guy.
He's too precious for this world.
Yeah.
He was too precious for this world.
Too precious for this world.
But, I mean, I suppose on the upside, there's very little, at the risk of jinxing it, there's very little they can do to upset me just as much going forward.
I don't know. They probably will.
I'm sure they'll definitely do their darndest.
Yeah.
Was there anything else during the episode that you think we missed or anything else you wanted to bring up?
Not really.
Definitely a good fourth episode.
Yeah, a lot in it. I'm kind of annoyed that they only do 6 episodes?
8 episodes.
8 episodes, because I was like, I could maybe do...
Yeah, we could...
It's been a little bit kind of... There's...
A lot's been happening very fast.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot, and there's still a lot to go through story-wise. So I'm like, I know we're halfway through the season, and it just feels like it's either going to be very, very rushed, trying to whatever they're going to do with Soldier Boy. And I know there's a Hero Gasm episode coming up, which I'm going to assume is just going to be a standalone episode that's not really going to progress things a lot further.
Yeah,
there's not going to be anything major happening in it. I don't think there would be.
Yeah, it's really hard to know what way it's going to go, because they're halfway through. Soldier Boy's only just been released, and then you've got Homelander being on a mad one. Vic has just thrown Stan to the wolves, and it does. It feels like there's a lot, and I kind of with you on that one. It'd be nice if we could have maybe another episode or 2 in the season to flesh things out.
Yeah, I just don't understand how it's all going to
come together.
Yeah,
but we will find out next week. We will find out next week certainly how it shapes up one more episode in. The boys are still in Russia. Poor old Kimiko is hopefully going to be okay.
Yeah, she should be. I hope she is.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
It'd be weird though.
I don't think they're going to do that to us.
No.
They better not.
Well, they can't really kill her. Sorry, but they can't.
They won't. They're not going to kill Kimiko. No. My heart can't take it.
They're not going to kill her. She's a female.
Yeah. But we'll be back next week, guys, with episode 5 of season 3.
Yes.
And in the meantime, if you want, you can check out our previous episodes, or you can check out our other podcast, Mono Rants at the Movies, or you can come and find us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Alex!
Oh,
Alex.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Sci-Fi.